Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Marvel's Midnight Suns, where I remembered that there's an autosave made at the end of each combat turn, and I decided to jump us back to that, and then it turns out it actually doesn't have a still living Robbie on it, which is not the greatest news in the world, but we can definitely do some stuff here. We can reveal the hunter and do a bit of damage and try to just pull aggro basically. Maybe the best way to do that is just to throw a rock at the thing. I'm going to try that. Because if we do this, there's a chance that she will not kill Robbie, right? Now, I could even discard this Hellmouth and give her a shove. I'm not sure that she would... I don't think she would get all the way over to anything. We could do an ability, and I'm a little worried about like trying to clean up more of these enemies, frankly. If I had Robbie do this, would he move out of the way first? No, of course not. Those two things would split, and we have no idea what they would do on their split. Let's just see about this. Let's just see if this is enough to make the Dread Maiden pay attention to the hunter. It's gonna be kind of a die roll, right? So that's one attack. Do you get to do another thing? Yes, and you pay attention to the hunter, which rules. Okay, cool. So we're probably spending our move this turn having Robbie heal the hunter.
They are committed to the darkness.
Yeah. They are committed to the darkness. That's true. You got him, Robbie. You figured it out. So several of the enemies are still weakened, which is cool. Are still stunned. We can lash this thing into the vulnerability and just like go off on it.
It is time.
I think that's the only move. Just go off super hard.
See all that you have done.
Oh, interesting. They don't react to that. Okay, that's cool. Robbie, go heal the hunter so that the hunter can do stuff without exploding. Didn't bother to come up with like an animation for that or anything because of course not. Let's look for some good cards here. Sure don't need a second Hellmouth. Holy Burst is not really what I'm looking for. Am I going to drop the first Hellmouth? I think so. What I was sort of hoping to pull was the Blade Storm, in case that wasn't clear. So we get about 1,600 damage out of a Wild Strike. We can Wild Strike, and then Last Sight for the kill. Many of the enemies are... that's pretty sketchy in terms of allowing Robbie to survive. I guess we can spend a point of heroism clearing all those enemies. I'd really like to be able to also do a Drain Soul, is the thing. Or to be able to do more damage out here. I'm pretty sure we're not playing this Holy Burst. We're definitely not playing the Hellmouth. If we can draw Blade Storm... this is not a turn for Penance Snare. Now, see, a Lash deals damage to Robbie, but it also kills some enemies without me having to pay a card play, which is actually kind of a big deal. Right, if I do this, Robbie's only getting attacked once at that point. And we probably have enough HP to just survive it.
Has chosen you.
That's a pretty big lash. Plus we draw some cards. Okay. Ooh. Is it worth... I mean, I think we gotta take this pretty seriously. And I think the way we want to stack this is we want to kill it with the Wild Strike that draws a... Well, it won't matter. It won't matter if I'm stealthed or not. We still have some redraws. I don't think we're gonna... We're certainly not gonna play this Drain Soul.
No mercy, servant. You are too weak for this fight.
We can do a little bit more searching here this way. So Holy Burst is not like a terrible card, but I'm pretty sure it's not getting played. We're not gonna play the Hell Ride, right? At this point, I don't know that I would play the Blade Storm though. How do we want to? How do I make sure I'm gonna survive? If I have Robbie just Drain Soul this thing. We can Drain Soul this thing instead. Actually, that's probably the right answer, right? It's probably Wild Strike, and then Drain Soul. Let this thing hit Robbie, but it's a Robbie who has full HP. Oh, wait, what am I talking? This is... I'm being so silly. This thing has, this is the only infested enemy. When it dies, the battle's over.
Is that the best you've got?
And I'm totally blanking on that fact.
You had no chance to escape. Your mother abandons you.
It doesn't matter what Robbie's health is at. We established a seal.
You're almost there. You just need one more seal to end this.
Alright, it's me and Blade. So Blade's pretty good. I would say of the four, Blade is probably the second weakest. Just like in the state that we left him in. And the Hunter's gonna have 1 point of vulnerability left over, which is a little less than ideal. Come on now. They're not the infested ones, at least. Which means, in theory, they'll be easier to kill.
Nothing to worry about.
Give all heroes full block and 4 strengthened. You know? I don't hate that. Why on earth would they design the Hunter's Midnight Suns costume to look almost exactly like a summoner and then make you use it in a mission where there are multiple summoners? Why do they hate everything about... Ugh. Blah. Never mind, it doesn't matter. I'm just grumpy. We do this. Yes? 4 strengthened? Yes. Then we go out for a nice Blade Storm. So I really want to give one of the Dread Maidens the vulnerability, but it's actually not that easy to do. Yeah, they're kind of awkwardly placed relative to it. We can do this and probably kill... This bangs them off of each other and also sets the summoners to extremely low health. Yeah.
It is time.
And then Blade has quick strike and can actually quick strike one of the summoners to death. So that's something. Definitely worth doing.
I like the way you move, Hunter.
Thanks, Blade. Way to make it weird.
It's on.
This is just a less good look
Mr. Mama.
than his coat, right? Like, without question. And then that is not the normal art for strengthened, right? And then we can definitely kill you. Can I do it with the hunter? I can get the kill. I can't get the kill in a way that directs the attention of the enemies. Well, we have some redraws here. I think I don't want heal. Not right in this situation. Autumn's Call is also not ideal at this moment. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I just hope that I will know it when I see it. We don't need the stake. Yeah, 400 damage is not going to be enough to do anything meaningful. Certainly don't need 2 copies of Make 'em Bleed. I'm just looking for something big from the hunter. I guess using strike to kill this thing is... never mind. It would take all 3 hits, so it's exactly as good as Relentless. Okay, we are only allowed to have blade cards. That's what I just learned. Well, I'm inclined to do like this then. I want to pull some of the damage away from Blade. I don't want him to be first on everybody's list. Because frankly, he can't survive that shit. Then we do a discard on this. We actually do want to cure the hunter because that point of vulnerability is going to get her killed. Gosh, we're so close to being able to bring one of these things down. I think I got to kill the summoner though, right?
They cannot possibly match your strength.
I think there's some chance Blade's gonna die anyway. Even with everything we just did and full block. Because these Dread Maidens do hit pretty hard. Okay, that's not so bad. It's a decision.
That's gonna be fun.
Okay. They did hit Blade's HP.
Still coming from
And we have to probably spend our move here healing Blade. Or wait, did the... I held on to the Make 'em Bleed that cures Blade on redraw, didn't I? Would have been the smart thing to do.
Coming for me.
Yes. On redraw, cure Blade. Very good. Okay. So, you have not that much HP. I could do a Midnight Sun on Hunter right now to get a weak version of the Blade Storm, and I don't think that's necessarily terrible play. We would definitely be able to get our card play back off of it. I think I'm going to do it. It's really good. I don't know what Blade's Midnight Suns card is, but it's not as good. Oh wait, do we know what Blade's? Did we see Blade's? No, we didn't get him to the top. It was just robbing Nico and Magic. That's right. Well, whatever. The Hunters is good enough for sure. So let's just take that. Oh, I don't think I can quite dial that angle in. But you know what we can do? We can send this big guy into the green, into the vulnerability thing, and clean up both of the little enemies that way. And if I do that, I have a lot of angles I can work. Why does it, every time I let go of right click to release my, to release the camera controls, it just like arbitrarily moves the cursor a bunch. It's really annoying. There we go.
Not bother running.
This is a pretty good outcome. So slamming lots of enemies into each other, blowing stuff up. We killed one of the little dudes, so we get our card play back. And the other Dread Maiden is at 400 HP. That shit rules. You're going to give me my card play and some additional cards, so you're getting caught in this. Yeah, just absolutely gorgeous.
Your time has come. Feel my call.
Ooh. Feeling honestly pretty mighty at this point. So, let's heal the Hunter.
The light will carry you onward.
More for the card draw than for anything else.
The power of the light.
That Wild Strike is pretty good.
Chance to escape.
Never seen that before.
Gain the vulnerable, then use our move for the turn to clear the vulnerable. And also that point of corruption. And actually, is the last sight sufficient? Oh, it totally is.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
And remarkably, there wasn't even anything else to KO. We just did it. My guess is there was supposed to be an animation of some kind, and it did not play. Whatever, we're fine.
happening?
Chthon changed us both when you cured me centuries ago. We belong to that book as much as him now.
I failed you.
No. You saved me. Saved us all. Whatever happens next, we shall face it together. Mother.
The big dramatic teleport thing would maybe have landed a little bit harder if one of the people being teleported wasn't Magic, who could trivially have gotten all 6 of us out of there and also done it faster than Lilith did. But that's, that's fine. We didn't really want to live anyway, I guess. And we're getting passives and stuff, so I guess you can just keep doing missions after the ending. But I don't know that you... I don't know. Like, you know what? There is a compelling case to be made because it's going to stop doing dialogue sequences at you and you're just going to get the mechanics. And the mechanics are the part where this game is best by a huge margin. So actually... post-game content probably is like the best this game ever feels. We know that there's a New Game Plus. I assume on New Game Plus all the story sequences are going to be there, but also you know what they are already, so you can just skip them. Are we doing... What are we doing? We're just going all the way back to the main menu on that one. This is what happens every time you launch the game. It takes like 4 minutes to get to the main menu. Because not only did they put in all the sort of like pre-logos that you're used to, but they all have cinematics associated with them now. And then the credits? What? Marvel's Midnight Suns, are you drunk? Oh cool, we got friendship XP. I don't usually skip these. We're going to skip these because you know why.
I'm starting to think the Ancient Ones never believed we'd actually survive the prophecy.
I could consult the records of the Vishanti once the city approves the Sanctum's rebuilding permit.
Lilith and the Hunter's Bond defied death before. Defied Chthon. Prophecy or not, I know this story is far from over.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming comic book rules apply. Saw no body, we're not dead. And then the credits. Are you fucking... Okay. Are they trying to do a Marvel thing? Are they trying to do like a Marvel movie thing? Where that was supposed to be like a mid-credit scene? That shit doesn't work.
I came to destroy him. More lies from his herald. You surprised me, beloved one. Coming so far.
It is over already.
Amateurs.
Can you hear the sound of my eyes rolling in my head? They really are trying to make it like a movie, which fucking sucks because it's a video game. Like,
The tower bells are ringing.
I know that at some point
My
in the last
favorite
like 10 or
childhood
15
friend.
years,
But I have
AAA
not heard
game
them
developers
so
decided that the best thing you can do with a
Caretaker
video
must
game
be
is make it
wincing
less
right
video
now.
game and more movie.
Oh, maybe this was her
But
idea of a
I
joke.
really don't agree. Cinematic is not a thing you want your video game to be. Interesting from a mechanical perspective and focused on the value of the interactivity is the thing your video game should be, because if you don't want that, then just make a movie. Anyway, all previously defeated fallen and villains can appear in high-level general missions in Transia. The Hunter has returned to a point before the Midnight Sun, except after the Midnight Sun. Because what does the narrative mean anyway? New Game Plus is now unlocked. Oh, and we get to be friends with Wolverine now, finally! We did unlock a new suit. I am curious. Let's go see. This shit sucks. Do not change my outfit without asking me. And they want you to care so much about the cosmetics because almost all of the reward systems in the game just lead into the cosmetics. And then they just, at the most important moment, they just take control of the cosmetics away from you anyway. Like, why? How do any of these decisions make sense in the context of any of the other decisions? I don't know. Anyway, here's the new outfit. It's marginally better than the Midnight Sun one. It's still pretty generic. It's still very, you might run into this person in Mass Effect. All right, that's it. I can't anymore with this. I'm done. Thank you all so much for watching. That is the end of Marvel's Midnight Suns. Will we come back? There is still DLC. There's still stuff we haven't seen, and we could focus solely on the mechanics from this point forward. Probably not. Maybe, but probably not. Don't plan on it. But I don't want to end on a sour note. I do think that the actual gameplay shows a lot of promise. I don't think that the Marvel license did a lot for them here, and I think that they really struggled to like sort of slam all of these heroes into the set of mechanics that they have. But some of them worked out really well and in really interesting ways at the same time. And like, the missions are cool. If I could just play missions with way less story stuff, I think I said this before, but like a Chimera Squad level of story stuff, maybe, I think that would be a lot more compelling. That would be a much more functional product. As it is, they've built this pretty okay thing, this pretty good thing even, that has all these layers of garbage around it, and then built all of these weird little funnels that draw you away from the part that's good and into focusing on the parts that are less good constantly, to the point where you end up spending 75 to 80% of your time engaging with the parts of the game that remind you how bad the game is. There's a good thing in here. And I really hope that they will, with whatever they do next, sort of focus in on the good stuff and leave everything else. I'm struggling not to go negative again in the last moment. Leave everything else by the wayside. They can do it. We know Firaxis can do it. We have seen them do it before. Anyway, that's it for Marvel's Midnight Suns. Thank you all so much for watching. When y'all come back next time to this space right here, there will be something different in it. New, exciting, surprising. And we'll see you then.